Dr. Frankenstein, when he was making his monster, he said it was in his own image. But I think he cheated a little bit on the cock. I don't think he made it exactly 4.5 inches. As Dr. Frankenstein was known to be, he was in graveyards, looking for the largest cadaver with the largest cock. Spent a lot of time in the Harlem section. Of course, Frankenstein wouldn't make a monster and skip out on the monster cock. Because if word got out, his monster had a small dick, Dr. Frankenstein would be the laughingstock of the science community. I imagine Frankenstein parading his creation out on stage, pulling off a curtain, his peers point and laugh, being like, "Really? Dr. Dickenstein over here? You could have picked any size and you went with dead mouse in a hammock. You could at least given him a pants and a cucumber. That's what the rest of us did." Which that made me realize that Dr. Frankenstein was a bit of a cuck. I mean, he made a bride for his creation instead of himself. You know what I mean? And his castle had spy holes in the eyes of every painting, especially the bedrooms. I just imagine Frankenstein watching his creation from behind a painting of his mother, and just before his monster proves his love, Frankenstein yells out, "It's alive! It's alive!" And Igor is behind the door being like, "I think I'll come back later. It's too weird for me." Which honestly kind of explains why the lab coat was never fully buttoned. Although, if Dr. Frankenstein was black, the story would have been a lot shorter. No villages destroyed, no angry mobs, and he would make 3 monsters. All of them blonde, white women with fat asses. For himself. And then, Dr. Black-en-stien would dick those monster ladies down so good, they'd never leave. Even if one of them did venture outside, all Dr. Black-en-stien has to do is grab his double bass, slap those strings with his dick, sounding like Mingus. He'd just be like, "A-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, a-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo." And she hears him, remembering all those sleep-filled nights, and comes home being like, "Arrgh, cock, big cock, BBC for Brenda." But if I was Dr. Frankenstein, and assuming lightning has a rejuvenating side effect where the people I give life to come back in their prime, I would bring back Betty White, Joan Rivers, and the full cast of Golden Girls. Because if you bring anyone back to life, they better have class.